poprzednim odcinku.
Fucking boss fight. Bestia Wpieprzony wilkołak! Udaj się do Whitechapel. Dobrze, udam się. Pożądalu. O! A ty to kto?
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, miss.
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
Okej, a czy masz coś? Dowolna broń biała. Czemu nie? Czemu nie? Jedyny ból polega na tym, że... A ty co? Alfonso, co ty strzelanie trenujesz?
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Ha.
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So, tell me about your gang, then.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The wet boot boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
So you're a concerned criminal, is that it?
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible, you know what?
Are you some...
Oj, przepraszam. Czyli mogę z Edwiną pogadać o nim, rozumiem.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Dobra. Eddie? Eddie? Hej.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
I'm not that easily shocked, Miss Cox. You can speak freely about your lover if you so wish.
The poor bastard is good to me, if you must know. He makes me feel good. And that's a first.
So you're just like any other couple, after all, are you not?
Yeah, we're so ordinary that I'd put a bullet in his head if he ever cheated on me.
Okej.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
To nieźle. A, once more.
You again. What do you want?
Do you know Edwina suspects you to be unfaithful?
Edwina's the one who asked to be called Mrs. Cox, even though Clay hadn't touched her for such a long time.
You have not answered my question.
She's a passionate woman. I've no doubt she'll shoot me down if I ever betray her, but that's not going to happen. I love her as she is.
Ciekawe.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
No dobra. Uda się do Whitechapel. 330 metrów. A jak wygląda sytuacja z moimi questami pobocznymi jeszcze w tym mieście? Nieznane. A, co ja robię? To będzie tu. Dobra, w dokach. Enid Gillingham. Zdecyduj, co zrobić z zegarkiem Jacka Gillinghama. Chcę go zanieść. On mówi o mnie, że jestem wampirem? Jak to? Skąd by wiedział? Yellow? A ty to kto? Haha, Archer, co ty cytaty z Fallouta rzucasz, co? Nie pozwalasz sobie za bardzo? Zachodnie doki, no ja wiem. Hej. Nie mam pycha. Nice. Dobra. Wyczyszczone. Naboje. Po żądalu. Aha. Okej. Czyli muszę tam wejść. Tylko jak? Ach, kurde. Dobra. Teraz mogę. W trakcie bójki nie mogę? Bez sensu. To jak niby miałem z nim walczyć? Hehe. Au. Dobra. Przedaj komuś innemu lub zanieść rodzinie. Oczywiście, że zanieść rodzinie. Pytanie, czego mi się tu znowu znaczniki robią? Dobra. Rozumiem, że tu będzie wyjście, tak? Si correcto.
Let's pin him down!
Ała! O, jak mi... O Jezu! Jak mi przywalił. Dzięki za rzeczorki. Okej. Wobec tego... Czego nie mogę tam wejść?
It's locked.
Nie przejdę. No ale jak to? Skoro w zachodnich dokach jest osoba, którą chcę odwiedzić, to ja muszę tam jakoś wejść. Jeno tędy? Zaraz, gdzie to będzie? O, ciebie chyba jeszcze nie znam.
Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough?
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
You should be careful, Rufus. There are things that lurk in the shadows of this city. Things that prey on the lonely and the desperate.
Well, I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Okej. No to znajdź miejsce, które zostało zbombardowane. 180 metrów w tym kierunku. Po żądalu. Mogłbym dobrze iść tam, zamiast iść naokoło. Ale... szylingi drogą nie chodzą. Dobra, nadal nie wiem, jak otwierać skrzynię. Mam nadzieję, że czasem się tego dowiem. Przydałoby się. Zaraz. Okej. Jak się dostanę na ten most? Chyba się jeszcze nie dostanę. Bombardowane miejsce jest zamknięte chyba dla mnie jeszcze. No to musiałbym przejść tędy. Kurde. Grabarze. Też Southwark. Czy ja tu byłem? Nie wiem. Zyskaj naszyjnik. To ciekawe. To go może mieć. Tu nie byłem. Cześć Frank, jak się miewasz, stary druhu? Mam nadzieję, że w twojej części miasta wszystko po staremu. A, może przydać się być się księgowy. No proszę. Dobra. Mamy do pogadania, Buffs.
You again. What do you want?
I know you're looking for an honest job, Booth. You're tired of this criminal life, aren't you?
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much. You can never really leave the gang. Wet boys for life, you know.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Odzyskaj naszyjnik, niby skąd? Może Edwina go sprzedaje? A?
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
Nie ma nic takowego. Dobra. W pożądalu. W takim razie koło szpitala jakieś zadania. Strickland. Znaleźć miejscową kwaterę. Mi się podoba. No nie, znowu. Nie. Dobra, to idziemy do szpitala. A jak się tam szło? Jak się szło do szpitala? Tędy? Jest. Mieścia Pople. Dobra. Miło, że zaczekacie. Bo zaczekacie, prawda? O kurde! Nice. To poszło naprawdę nieźle. Naprawdę nieźle. Rozpierdzili im raz dwa. Płacz dziecka wszyscy słyszę. Dobra. O. Nie? W porządku. Hej. Ała. O ty kurde. No weź, kurde. Mocno bijesz. Mocno bijesz. A na szczęście nie tak mocno jak ja. Dead inside. Don't dead open inside. Nice. Dobra, 300 metrów w tym kierunku. No to fruniem badać temat.
A leech!
No i właśnie to jest irytujące, że oni się pojawiają w tych lokacjach cały czas. A to ja dostaję za ich expa zupełnie? Nie, dostaję 10. No to fajnie, ale jednak no kurde, no... Jak na pijawkę to niezły ze mnie elegancik, nie? Oj, nie tu. Tutaj. Jestem blisko szpitala. Załatwmy tę szajkę, co? Ostatnio nie poszło, teraz pójdzie świetnie. Okej. A jak właściwie ze zdrówkiem tutaj? Środek na ból głowy. Nie mam takowego. Może się znajdzie. No, oj, okej. Co jest? Moja postać przez chwilę szła w bok. Z jakiegoś powodu. Dziwne. Enter at your own risk. Mocno bije. Nie! Ała. Okej. Wygląda na to, że znalazłem odpowiedniego kandydata do nowego kalosza, ale bieg jest głupi jak but, ale twardy. O kurde. To była niezła bójka. Niezła bójka. Niezła bójka. Ha. Spokojnie. Spokojnie. Nice. Dobranoc. Dobra. Tu przylutowane co mogłem. Tu są drzwi, ale ich nie mogę otworzyć. Z jakiegoś powodu. Tu są drzwi, które mogę otworzyć. A to ciekawe. Znowu skala słyszę. Wchodzę do jakiegoś pomieszczenia. To ciekawe. A gdzie mogę wejść? Porzucona nieruchomość inwestycyjna. No proszę. Pomocy biją jacyś przeklęci nieznajomi. Zamknięte.
I cannot enter.
W porządku. Co jest? Wow. Ale oni są świetnie zrobieni. Okej. Pora powstrzymać pana Batesa. Komuniści. Komuniści chyba. Coś więcej? Nie mam bladego pojęcia. Okej. Ciekawe. To wszystko? Zdaje się, że tak. Witam, panie Bates. Mamy do pogadania chyba.
This is Braille.
Znowu.
I need someone who can read this.
Muszę pójść do Henrietty. Czy pani Harris?
What happened? Who are you?
It's all right, sir. You're safe now.
Oh, a fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment I thought those bloody heathens had killed me.
What are you doing here? This place is not safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent, but those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy immigrants. Fucking savages, every one of them. And now with this bloody fever, they're just animals.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the savages.
Mam. Nie mogę cię badać? Dobra. Na pewno?
You had better return to Whitechapel with...
Safety isn't really an issue.
No dobrze, ale czego? Nie mogę ci podać lekarstwa, mam takowe. Dobra. Nie będę go pożerał, no bo nie muszę, nie? Piję krew z wampirów, także styczy. Dobra. Wobec tego, dokąd prowadzą te drzwi? Nie zupełnie, stop. Te drzwi. Aha. I wszystko jasne. Miam. Po żądalu. To lecimy dalej robić poboczny quest. Pięknie. Podobają mi się takie rzeczy, jednak rozkręca się ta gra z czasem. W sensie nadal te dialogi i animacje są drętwe, ale... No cóż. Lepszy ryc niż nic. Czy tu mogę wejść? O mój Boże. Gdzie to jest, jeżeli chodzi o mapę? O, to ciekawe. Nowa kryjówka, pięknie. No proszę. Dobra. Pożądano. Ojej. Mógłbym w sumie pójść w szybsze ataki. Smoczą zgubą i... Prędkość ataku 10, to ma 5, czyli jakbym 2 razy szybciej napierdzielał. Wyjdzie na 1, nie? Co wy na to? Fragment zwyczajnego uchwytu. O właśnie, co mi dają te usprawnienia? Kurde, a czy mogę, ulepszając jakoby smoczą zgubę? Nie mam rzeczy do tego, by ją ulepszyć. Ciężko powiedzieć. Ciężko powiedzieć. No dobra. Wait, what? Odznaczyło mi question. Czemu? Właśnie. Miejscowa kwatera zbójów. Cześć, kwatero zbójów. O kurde. No weź, użyj ataku. No, trójeczka, trójeczka. Nie mam pycha. Jak ładnie upadli. Dobra. Okej. Tu nie wejdę. Tu nic nie ma. Byście tu poupadali jak muchy. Główną zaletą tegoż jest to, że mogę tędy przejść. Ale czy ta kwatera ma coś ciekawego do zaoferowania? Naboje. Loftka. Ha. No dzień dobry. Dzięki. O! Ser, po 2-tygodniowej obserwacji prowadzonej w szpitalu pan może stwierdzić, że mamy do czynienia z aktywnością wampira. Ale to już przerabialiśmy przecież ten raport. Przerabialiśmy ten raport odnośnie naszej koleżanki, która myśli, że jest wampirem, a nim nie jest. A, czy oni mówią o tym, że... A, to nie, oni mówią o niej, oni mówią o tym wampirze, który przychodzi w nocy, tak? Okej. Rozwój obawy Selmy, okej. Czy tu jest jakiś quest? To jest pytanie. Zrobić notatką werbownika. Whitechapel. No i tak muszę tam zmierzać, ale... Okej, czyli do szpitala wrócić. Stać kogoś, kto potrafi czytać Braille. W szpitalu muszę pogadać z 2 osobami. I znaleźć środek na ból głowy. Te wszystkie questy są w dzielnicy, do której nie mam dostępu na razie. Przejdźmy tutaj. Skoro już tak wchodzimy do Whitechapel, to przejdźmy tu.
It's a leech!
It's a leech! It's a leech! Kill him, mate! Hello. And goodbye. Ała! Jak to? Tak to? Pięknie poszło. Przepięknie. Tam jest spacerek, w tym kierunku mam questa. Rzeczorków żadnych nie ma, nawet na dole? Pewnie, że jest śmietnik do obcykania. Dobra, tu nic. No proszę. Co to za wesoła chawirka? Dzień dobry. Kogo odwiedziłem? Po co tu przylazłem? Tu nic nie ma. 0. Okej. Zaraz. No w takim razie to prowadzi dokąd? A z powrotem do szpitala. Już wiem, gdzie jestem. Już wiem, gdzie jestem. Udaj się do Whitechapel. Dobra. Udają się. Witaj, Whitechapel. Nie o to chodziło, chciałem podnieść rzeczy. No lepsze to niż picie krwi z człowieka. Bądźmy rozsądni, nie zasłużył. Na razie. Aż tak. Hej! Otrzymajcie. Dobranoc. Dobra. To kolejna jakaś kurde ścieżka. O tutaj w tym kierunku. Ja pierdzielę. Spory ten teren. Spory? Jak cholera. Dobra. Tu mogę wejść w dół. Badać śmietniki. O kurde! Okej. Tego się nie spodziewałem. Zaskoczyliście mnie.
It's locked, all right.
Okej. Miło, że poczekasz. A ty kurde, ty. Roger Moore. Czy wy to widzicie? Moore. Nabijają się z aktora. No ale jaja. Śmieszne smaczki. Śmiechowe. Dobra. Teren czysty. To jest otwarte, otwarte. Dobra. Okej. Walnąłem coś.
It's locked.
W porządku. Keep out. Dobra.
I cannot enter.
Szkoda. No w porządku. To co, do Whitechapel? Witaj, Whitechapel.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Dobra. Ojej, jak na razie mam 2 skrzynie, które są zamknięte. Nie wiem, jak je otworzyć. W porządku, mam zupełnie nową lokację. What? Chciałeś syna manier nauczyć? Rewolwerem? Siadłby ci na mózg? Ja pierdzielę. Niezła dzielnica, coś czuję.
will be proud of me.
Bloody heart, boy.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
I found the recruiter you were expecting. He's dead, but he carried a note. The Wet Boot Boys have accepted your application.
I knew it! I told you I was tough enough. I'll be free soon.
You're being manipulated by these criminals. What's worse is that you're clever enough to know better.
You're all fancy words, none of which concern me. Go worry about someone else. I'm fine and I've a future here.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything, it ain't me.
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London. So you picked an easy target, didn't you?
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Goodbye, young man.
I won't end up another
A jak się czujesz? O.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Do you need assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
O nagle, o Jezu, nagle się źle czuję, a ty kutabanie, ty.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man.
Be proud of me.
Dobra. Czółko.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
Nie mam tego niestety.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
Ciekawe.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. And now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
A chciałem pogadać jeszcze z nim.
Good evening, Benjamin.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
Okej. Tu.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar, a coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up.
Kaftan.
Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
It's a pity that doctors still practice such barbaric methods. It's a dishonor to our profession.
Now only the pills stop me thinking about this shit. To not hear the explosions. I'm even scared of the dark these days.
A gun, alcohol.
Dobrze, już mnie dogaduj bez przesady.
I
Hey.
end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now,
Dobra.
Goodbye, young man.
the wet boots will be proud of me.
W porządku, a tutaj? Co to za oświetlenie drzwi? Czy oni tam zamknęli wampira? Dobrze myślę? Wow. Wow, co za okolica. Ładnie.
It's locked, all right.
Dobra. Ciekawy teren. Naprawdę ciekawy. A tu? O, luziska. Okej.
Has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
A coś czuję, że kobieta tutaj sprzedajesz śmieci. Że sprzedajesz placebo. Dobra, no pozostaje pogadać z tą panią.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Okej. Mogę sprzedać kołek. Czemu nie? Ja mogę normalnie sprzedawać te rzeczy. No, próbek i składników nie, ale... Szkoda, że broni nie mogłem sprzedawać, nie? No cóż. W porządku. A zdrówko?
Good evening, my dear colleague.
You look ill, Miss Swanborough. I wonder if your concoction will do the trick.
I'm perfectly fine thanks to my miraculous elixir. You, on the other hand, look pale and tired, Doctor.
Okej.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough.
Dobra. 30 metrów w tym kierunku. Niechaj będzie, a tu?
I cannot enter.
Szkoda. Bo jeszcze z takim dramatyzmem, jakby świat się kończył. Jakie ładne oznaczenie. Okej. A tu?
Please, I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for... Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Zdrowe.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
What you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Right then. Show me what you have.
Nie stać mnie, o kuźwa. Okej, spoko. Styczy tego dobrego. A ty?
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Can I offer you my medical expertise, Mr. Peterson?
The name is Colossus Joe. I don't get sick.
Rzeczywiście.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
You survive at any cost, even at the expense of others. Perhaps that's just the law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Ciekawe.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you?
This part of town does have quite a reputation.
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Ciekawe.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Ciekawe.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Ciekawe. Czyli Dorothy najwyraźniej działa na swoje. z Afryką.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I've known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
It's never easy to find a new path in life, especially after the loss of a loved one. But crime is certainly not the best option.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against the wet boot boy.
Ciekawe.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Ciekawe.
I'm cheap and I'm clean, I promise.
Cześć, Krystyna.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling, but I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor, Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick, though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly, but it is not your concern, Doctor.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Z Rumunii, pewnie z Transylwanii, kurde bele. I przyjechał z nimi pewnie pierwszy wampir. Ksiądz chce się przebranżowić. Zostać mimem.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist?
You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
O Boże, jaki ciemnogród. Ja pierdzielę.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you?
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Okej. Spoko. Już wszystko.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
No cóż. Tu mogę wejść? Mogę. Proszę. Nice. Dobry jestem. Okej. W tym kierunku nie pójdę, ale kwarantanna, nie zbliżać się. Okej. Wobec tego idę tu. To prowadzi... Czy to prowadzi do tej części miasta? Gdzieś tu będzie sam... O!
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the Death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
Cwaniak.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Okej. No proszę. To jest jeszcze kawał dzielnicy. Odmowa zbrodnictwa. Niederkot odrzucili twoją, no jakby publikację twoich tekstów. Pogadam z tobą o tym.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
When she was younger, my mother was a painter and a poet. She told me many times how poor her artist friends were and how she helped them.
My parents pay for my rent, my food, and my clothes. All I have to give them in return is lies they do not believe.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
No w sumie czekaj.
Good evening.
Bo skoro mówisz o... Jednak nie.
I'll leave you
Dobra, w porządku. Dobra, zobaczmy co druga część cmentarza kryje. Jeżeli kryje cokolwiek. Wow. No dobra. Kółeczko Whitechapel. Kwiatek potrzebuje wody, tak? Niewielki bukiet. Kupon na darmowe badanie lekarskie. O. No proszę. I tu mogę przejść do nowej części dzielnicy. O kurde. Już tam widzę, że poważnie... Czy to jest Camellia? No proszę. Okej. Tu nie wejdę. A tutaj? Kurde, jaka ta dzielnica jest ogromna. W ogóle miasto jest ogromne. Tam jest księżulek, dobra. To ty, a potem Kamilia.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
Oh.
If no one stops it, this epidemic could turn into a scourge. It may kill more people than the war itself.
Yes, this is another kind of war, but just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Dobra. Gdzie jest koleżanka? Tu jest.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. You don't seem to need my medical attention for now. Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well. Goodbye then.
To ciekawe. Bardzo ciekawe. Dobra. Wobec tego... O kurna, czy ja właśnie... Mnie to nie było. To było straszne. W sensie, co ja zrobiłem, o kurde. Dobra. Pogadajmy jeszcze ze świnką Pepe. Która zdaje się jest przed... Zaraz, czy ja dobrze myślę? O mój Boże. Przy kościele. Nieźle. Good job, girl. Good for you.
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Nie, tak naprawdę to nie, ale...
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
To nie ja, ale dzięki.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
No właśnie, czy...
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Czy ja cię... Odzyskuję zdrowie, okej.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Jak sytuacja ze zdrowiem wśród tych ludzi? Clayton, zmęczenie, środek na zmęczenie. O, Clayton, Christina odzyskuje zdrowie. Środek na migrenę. Cadogan Bates. Richard Nezrokot. Dobra, czyli pan na cmentarzu musi dostać środek na przeziębienie. I Clayton musi dostać środek na przeziębienie. Zrobiłem ich na zapas chyba, więc mam nadzieję, że rzeczywiście mam ich więcej. W przeciwnym razie może być średnio. Może być naprawdę średnio. Puk, puk. Patrzcie, groby odrestaurowali.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health.
Okej.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Dobra, to teraz. W takim razie. A jak twoje zdrowie? Chyba tak, chyba dobrze, no tak pytałem cię. W takim razie Clayton. Clayton, mój drugi kolego. What the f... A to kto? A, Krystyna. Krystyna.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
Fuck.
I will see you later. Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Jest tu gdzieś... Tak, jest kryjówka nieopodal do stworzenia czegoś. Ja sobie oznaczę. Tuk. Podejdę, stworzę. I uleczę naszego małego przyjaciela. Tam na górze? Holy guacamole, owszem. No ładnie.
It's locked.
O nie! Jak to? Jak to tak? Okej, rozumiem, że tutaj wejdę i otworzę sobie drzwi z zewnątrz. Nieźle. No nieźle. Whitechapel. O kurna. Tu się wydarzyły rzeczy. Tu się wydarzyło dużo rzeczy. Wydarzyło dużo złych rzeczy. Okej. Znany skal. po żądalu. Środek na zmęczenie, środek na przeziębienie mam. Tak. Nie mogę. Nadmanganian potasu mi jest potrzebny. Nadmanganian potasu. Dobra. Oh shit. Ała. O, w mordę. O nie. To zaboli. Odejdź. Ale dostałem łomot. Dostałem naprawdę spory łomot. Konkretny łomot dostałem. Uzależnienie od krwi. Okej. Zaraz. W takim razie. Okej. Nie mam krwi rozcieńczonej. Życie. Takie życie. Co więc kryje jeszcze to miejsce? Okej. To wszystko. Dobra, czyli Claytona możemy uzdrowić, a z Callaganem Batesem, czy jak on tam się nazywa, musimy poczekać z tego względu, że gość w ogóle jest daleko ode mnie jakoś. Straszliwie daleko. Nadmanganian potasu. Super. A to co za lokacja?
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
Tom Petersonów. Okradnę was, okej? Nie wiem mi tego za złe. Taka sprawa. Takie jazzy.
It's locked.
Jak się otwiera skrzynki? O! Nowy przedmiot do zbierania. Jeśli podejrzewasz kogoś o wampiryczną naturę, nie próbuj sam go uśmiercić. O! No proszę. To ciekawe. Pismo odmowne w sprawie pracy. Joe Peterson. Okej. Jak otwierać skrzynię?
It's locked.
Jak otwierać skrzynię? Dobrze, już nie maruź do siebie, pogadaj ze mną.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
I'm sure your father did his best when he found this house. Times are tough for everyone, young man.
That's exactly what my father says.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities. But I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
Dobra, pogadajmy z chłopakami.
You again? What do you want this time?
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now, and people won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
Well, despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Right then. Show me what you have.
Nadmagania potasu. Przyda się. Przyda się definitywnie. Dobra, super. Okej. Musimy uzdrowić naszego kolegę teraz. Czy uda się idąc tędy? Cześć, Clay.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Dobra. Zrobione. Zrobione, zdejmijmy znacznik. Moi drodzy, to na tyle w tym odcinku. Długaśny i zrobiliśmy mnóstwo, a teraz pozostaje zająć się wątkiem głównym tutaj. Więc mam nadzieję, że się wam podobało i że dobrze się bawiliście. Tymczasem ode mnie to tyle. Trzymajcie się ciepło i do miłego usłyszenia.